Dear students, today we see the in the same series, that is a splicing technique. The point is that use of adapter molecules. Yesterday we had seen the linker molecules. So we use these molecules for joining of the vector DNA and the organism DNA, or sorry, recombinant DNA with the organism DNA. Now here linker is there, but should not have any site within the target DNA to which linker is joined. But adapter molecules are suitable if such a target site exists on DNA. Then what do adapter molecules have blunt end on one side and sticky end on the other side? Means from one side they stick to the organism DNA. See the picture here. So by picture you will better understand. DNA and then adapter molecules are there, they get joined together and they come up with the adapter. Then here is the vector DNA, for example plasmid, and this foreign DNA, that is polynucleotide kinase and ATPs, are then joined in from a use of adapter molecules. So they get joined together. Now again I will say, suppose that dotted lines are insulin gene and here the bacterial gene. So they intermingle with the bacterial gene and they start production of insulin like that. So this is the best example for your understanding. So use of these adapter molecules, you will find very better results of joining the foreign DNA to which we want to join. Then reverse transcriptase. Have you heard this RT-PCR? Reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. So this is the test for coronavirus. But what actually the reverse transcriptase actually? So reverse transcriptase is nothing but we are having the mRNA. RNA is there, the nucleus of the viruses are RNA. Now in that situation we have to make the DNA from RNA. See here diagram, I will explain you. We have to make the DNA from RNA. So how it is made? The animal cell, that is mRNA, is there. Then reverse transcriptase is there, mRNA and that of complementary DNA we made. Once the complementary DNA is made, the hydrolysis of mRNA with alkalis takes place. So here we get only the DNA, single-stranded complementary DNA. Okay. Now this single-stranded complementary DNA, using the DNA polymerase and that protein synthesis machinery, we get the double-stranded. The extra nucleotide bases are there and that single mRNA is now get converted into, complementary DNA is get converted into double-stranded complementary DNA. Then by using the enzyme S1 nuclease break the covalent link between the two strands. So this double-stranded DNA is now break. We get the double-stranded DNA but in break. After that, the terminal transferase and this poly, we are getting the double-stranded DNA with polymerase traits. So they get joined, double-stranded DNA, and joined to a vector DNA having blunt ends and made sticky poly. So here what means that this DNA is now joined with the another DNA. So that is called as reverse transcriptase. So here in reverse transcriptase, we are able to in short make from single-stranded or mRNA, we get double-stranded DNA of the sequence with the complementary nucleotide sequence. So this complementary DNA molecule can be made double-stranded and cloned. However, complementary DNA clones will differ from genomic clones in lacking the introns. Actually, just I will explain you. So this DNA we use for the recombination purpose. So we know that that gene of interest we get the sequence. For example, in RNA, we have to make the DNA and we have to insert that DNA into the another organisms and we get the product. So this is reverse transcriptase machinery. Now we see the colony hybridization. Again you focus on the pictures. Colony hybridization. So once we get the library or complementary DNA library is available, means many molecules. In case of bacteria, we get having the similar gene in many organisms. That is the DNA library. One may like to use it for isolation of gene sequence. So we have to isolate that DNA for the gene sequence because we are having many more copies. So this can be achieved by colony hybridization technique. In this technique, bacteria carrying chimeric vectors are grown into colonies. See, once that gene is get inserted, the bacteria multiply and we get the vectors grown in colonies. Means that gene, that bacteria grows in millions, that gene is also divided into millions. So here we get the vectors grown in colonies, which are lysed break on nitrocellulose filter and their DNA is denatured and fixed on the filter, which is hybridized with a radioactivity label probe carrying a sequence related to the gene to be isolated. So usually clone complementary DNA for scanning of the genomic library. We know that which is sequence we have inserted. Then colonies carrying this sequence will be identified by a dark spot after autoradiography. So this is very not simple technique. You just imagine and keep in mind that this diagram. Okay, now this so that the original chimeric vector carrying the desired gene sequence can be recovered from one or more colonies in the original master plate and used for the further experiment. So this technique is described as a colony hybridization. Very simple. Gene of interest we have to introduce into the bacterial gene. Then the bacteria grows. So when bacteria grows means their genomic material divide every time. That time the inserted gene is also divided every time and we get the many more numbers of this gene and that gene we have to identify for the sequencing. So this is called as colony hybridization. So it is possible that a probe may identify more than one clone or that gene is fragmented in the library. In such case, one needs to reconstruct the desired sequence using several overlapping sequences available in the library. So this another diagram you look at, see here. So once you get that DNA, double-stranded DNA, then it converted to single-stranded. Then the mRNA of protein synthesis, RNA DNA hybrid is there, single-stranded DNA, double-stranded DNA, and here we get the joined to a vector that is cloned in a host. So that gene we have to see, upper one is the bacterial diagram and lower one is the gene diagram, how it is cloned in the host. Last time we had also seen in the recombinant DNA technology. So here that DNA molecules but in the form of chimeric phage particle carrying the clone segments. And in such a situation the bacterial lawn is infected with a mixture of chimeric phage particles. That another gene is also present in that bacteria. And large number of plaques develop overnight and these plaques can be treated just like a colonies in the colony hybridization to identify and isolate the chimeric phage particle carrying the gene of interest. And this technique is also called as plaque hybridization. So it is very simple that colony hybridization means the gene of interest we have to introduce into the bacteria. Bacteria divide, we get the many more gene and many more genes have isolated for the further study. So this is called as colony hybridization. So it is very simple theoretically, but practically this is not so simple because we can't see with the naked eye anything. Just we are doing the experiments and ultimately when we get last result, then our experiment is successful. So by using all this technique, recombinant DNA technology, genetic engineering, so many applications are there. But before application, how we have to keep that foreign DNA into the vector DNA, so that we have to study, and this is called as cloning vectors. Clone means we have to make a similar copy. So it is possible to make a similar copy, but how, that we have to study in the next lecture, that is the cloning vectors. Thank you.